Hello and welcome to Technologist Simplicity YouTube channel. My name is JayChong. Thank you for watching, the Go Digital live series of episode 43. Okay, 43. Well, today's topic is really interesting, especially it's very coincident that someone actually, suggests the topic of emerging tech trends, and somehow the Gartner already published their findings in the trends that are actually emerging very, accelerated very fast. So today let's talk about these topics about emerging tech trends on 2022 onwards, and we've talked about emerging trends. We're talking about 2 to 10 years later what is going on. So let's discuss the future together. Let's go. So we're talking about emerging tech trends in 2022 and onwards, okay? So it's really from the Gartner identifiers. So let's go on and as I promised, giveaway of today's Go Digital Live series will be about business digitalization consultation one-on-one with me, okay, for 60 minutes. So is Please do your best to answer the questions that will be posted in the social medias of Technology Simplicity, and you will stand a chance to win away for the business digitalization consultation from one-on-one. Okay, so let's go the next one. And as per today's topics, okay, let's put a disclaimer first. Okay, the whole presentation here will be intended for educational purpose and not trying to replace any independent professional judgment. So if you have anything that you feel like I missed out, or some information that you actually wanted to update to me or as well, please put in the comment box anytime, okay? Because we are here to actually exchange our knowledge and learn from each other. And yeah, that there is no right or wrong in terms of learning. And of course, I did my best research before I actually publish any single information here as well as sharing with you guys. So let's go. Well, as I mentioned in my last in the previous episodes, I'm actually we're going to share out all the slides that I presented in all the Go Digital Live series, and each of this live series there's a presentation slide, okay, except one, okay. So far there are I think 40 plus already. Since it is 43, so there are 42 slides in total, including this one. All the slides can be found in the video description on this video, okay, down there. And if you click on the slide and you can find these legends, just click on the clickable. Whenever you see these legends, okay, just click on it, then you can find further more references. So that is actually one of the best way I can give you rather than just watching me, giving some ideas and perhaps discussions, but actually you can actually get the reference and do your own further study or reading, okay? Please carry on that one. And yep, when it comes to emerging text, a lot of people say it's something just up to the trends. For me, emerging technologies is about development, okay, and practical applications that both, okay, or both are still largely unrealized, which means there's something that's going on there, and we do know it really applies to the whole world. The impact is there, and we will call it capable of changing the status quo. So yeah, I don't want to read the whole thing. Okay, it's quite boring for some of you. Yes. And again, this definition is come from Wikipedia, and I let you guys to read it. Okay, by yourself. Okay, whenever you wanted or you feel that needed. Okay, please carry on. But for me, remember, emerging text is not just about the trends, okay? It's about the development or practical or both. They are still largely unrealized, okay? That's are the technologies we talked about when it comes to emerging trends or even text. So just for love, this is just one thing. When I think 10 years ago, when people actually talk about cloud computing or to replace the conventional computings, a lot of people thought that cloud is somewhere else and it's not really hosting in a computer, but actually a cloud is just someone else's computer, which is true, okay? Even though this is just for laugh, okay? Okay, let's carry on. Okay, this is just the previous meme, I just want to share with you like there are a lot of confusions when the new thing is actually coming in. So this is the Gartner findings, which published last month, okay, July 2022, and the complete articles that I actually shared out, I think, just 3 weeks ago. Okay, so it's really new, and this is something we really need to pay attention, because we all know that when Gartner actually, publish the findings, like most of the time, I would say close to 100% of the time, the findings is very much accurate. Okay, so you can see here the hype cycle for emerging technologies on 2022. There are two parts here. One is the expectation is going higher when it goes on the X. This is X. This is Y axis, and when it comes to X axis, is much more in terms of innovations, inflated expectations. Throughout this duration, man, sort of enlightenment as well as plateau of productivity. So let's look at it. These actually have 25 elements here, and we are going to go through in general today. Okay, so you can see the color code here and so on. Okay, I know this is quite blurred, so if you want high resolutions or perhaps the full details, you can click on this slide, and you can always go to my video description, look for these Gartner findings, and click on the link, and you can get the further information as well as high resolution of this picture. So let's talk more about this. Okay, if you can see this part, if you can, okay, if no, allow me to share with you the top one here. These guys, we start from the top right here. It's actually cloud data ecosystems, then goes to NFT, decentralized identity, foundation models, Web3, computational storage, super apps, industry cloud platforms, as well as internet talent, marketplaces. So there are quite a number on the top here, which we need to really pay attention on them, because we don't know, it could be something, very soon, just coming soon. So if you pay attention as well at this graph, okay, if you look at the yellow color, is something, it might takes more than 10 years to actually apply to the whole world, okay, which included one very super hot topic, okay, it's called metaverse. Yes, metaverse. Even though Mr. Marx, our Facebook founder, have been so-called launched the metaverse, I think just last year. But we can really see that the market is not ready for it yet. Okay, we can hardly get the gadgets easily, or perhaps it's so-called affordable price compared to what we are expecting when it comes to a new technology to come in. Okay, so this is the part. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, it's clickable by the way. So let's carry on. Okay, allow me to put it this way. This is just for love one more time. How do you keep up with all these technology and then just keep swimming? This one actually try to imply to you sometimes we are not really putting too much attention on the emerging tech trends rather than focusing what we do the best. For example, let's say even you are website developers or agencies or even just a web designer and so on, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? You need to know about the emerging trends, but you also need to upskill yourself so that you can be better than anyone else. Okay, so put it this way. When it comes to tech trends by the Gartner findings, is actually covering three major areas here. One is evolving and expanding immersive experiences. Okay, when we talk about immersive experiences, you might actually have some question about that. Okay, so leave it there. Then number two is accelerated AI automation. So yeah, we'll discuss further on these three parts. And last but not least is optimized technologies delivery. Okay, when it comes to this delivery, a lot of people thought like, I thought it's the food delivery apps or solutions, like our Grab food, Deliveroo, these kind of services, or Panda, Food Panda, something like that. It's not the delivery, okay, guys. Okay, so let's talk about these three major trends, okay. And let's go. Before that, some of you might thought, okay, the trends is something like this, selling real estate in 2020 last time. You can actually, sell your house by telling them, okay, this is a beautiful exposed brick wall, perfect for your Zoom background, and it's naturally on your house. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, I know just for love, but actually, it give us some ideas. Is really the trend is not really just shaping for this no reason. That is the strong reason behind. Okay, when the pandemic hits that time, we all see that IT was isolated in 10 months, which is supposed to be happen in 10 years. Okay, so it's isolated at least 10 times faster than we actually prepare for it. So when it comes to emerging trends, as I mentioned just now, as per Gartner findings, especially to dots that have the so-called 10 years or quite a long years to be ready for the market, sometimes we don't know. Okay, like last time, when we still talk about conference call or video calls, and remote work. Okay, I believe more than 50% of the employer, even employee, is not ready for it, and they kind of like disagree on that, right? Yeah, I'm sure you heard about someone or you yourself also part of it. Okay, I will admit that actually I like the idea of remote, but I still do know how to actually adapt to it before pandemic, even though I'm an IT guy. Okay, so this is something that we learn a lot since the pandemic, that we don't know what's next. Whether pandemic will hit us again, whether there's something like pandemic will give us another lesson and really want us to utilize the IT to actually continue our economy, our business, and so on. Okay, so let's talk more about this part. Okay, when it comes to evolving and expanding immersive experiences, there are quite numbers that you can talk about. From number one is the metaverse. Then you see these three logos is actually stand for NFT, super apps, and Web3. Okay, all this is big topic. If you want to learn more about all these details of each of it, okay, I think I covering some of it in my previous talk. By the way, like one of it is like when it comes to metaverse, the whole I would say the whole ecosystem cap is connected closely, including in digital currency, digital commerce, NFT infrastructure, gaming, digital assets, even concerts, social or entertainment events. You go to metaverse, there's another opportunity there. Metaverse kind of online shopping, workplace, social media, digital humans, natural language processing, and so on. Okay, there are quite numbers, and I would say this will be a new digital economic elements that we should really pay attention to, because metaverse will be a new world for us in 10 years, I believe. Okay, as well as what Gartner findings shown just now. Okay, so let's continue this part. Okay, if you want to learn more about all these metaverse related stuff, okay, go to my YouTube channel, look for this, cryptocurrency, NFT, or perhaps Facebook or Meta. Okay, so you can take a quick look on these three. You can check it out for more details about these topics that's very related to these major topics that we are talking about right now, is evolving and expanding immersive experiences. Okay, so let's carry on. Okay, and just for love, one more time, there are a lot of people actually talk about the emerging trends, like as per the Gartner shown just now, there are 25 elements. And actually, I believe you will find someone near you or close to you, or even in your network or your friends. They might give you some so-called crazy innovation, and just for laugh, fax me your email. it it sounds really creative, okay, at first place, but at the same time you will feel like, are you sure this is a good idea? Or you know what I'm trying to say here, right? Okay, so let's carry on. Yeah, fax me your email. Okay, okay. The number two is accelerated AI automations. When it comes to this, there are actually five things included as per these topics. When it comes to autonomic systems, okay, autonomic system is included I believe our GPS nowadays is part of this AI automation. This is why our GPS is including Google Map. That can provide you a quite accurate so-called shortest path. They have some algorithm and formulas and calculate and give you that. And then number two is much more like causal AI, then foundations models, generative design AI, or as well as machine learning code generation. If you don't understand all of these guys, okay, I can't really explain today because in a short 30 minutes I need to cover so many elements. If you really want to learn about AI, put in the comment box, let me know, okay, so that I can produce another topics, or perhaps you can suggest a new topic to me, and perhaps the next topic will be about AI, okay? Then I can explain more, but please give me much more details, perhaps the so-called subcategory or subtopics that you want to hear, because AI itself is covering a lot of aspects, so think about that. Okay, so and just for laugh one more time, when it comes to AI, this is what happened. You know, when the algorithm and the maths try to combine certain things that they have found, and the machine learning actually try to do this. Okay, I know this is just for laugh, but actually give you another idea like what will goes wrong actually. When AI actually doesn't work. Okay, this is just for laugh. Okay, then the next part is again, some of you might thought like, AI, machine learning, deep learning is sounds like better stuff compared to statistics. Yes. um in short, I would say yes, and but let me put it this way: the fundamental of these three guys here, machine learning, AI, and deep learning, we still go back to statistics, we still go back to mathematics. Okay, the fundamental is always there, so we cannot say that statistics is something less effort compared to others, or status or ranking or anything. Okay, it's not like that, but just for laugh, one moment, right? And let's carry on. Okay, the third one will be optimized technologies delivery. This is a big topic because we've been in digital transformation for many years, right? We talk about this topic, and definitely these are more mature compared to the previous two. Okay, the AI as well as the very first one, the immersive experiences. These two is still so-called new. However, when it comes to optimized technologies delivery, all these guys is much more mature, but there are still a lot of unrealized potentials there. Okay, I give you one example. When we come to cloud data ecosystems, okay, right now we have cloud computing, but we don't have a straightforward data architects that we can actually tap into. Okay, although certain frameworks or certain software already built that for you, that's why we always go for subscription service. Okay, software as a service, SaaS model. Okay, this is still a lot. Okay, when it comes to, you see, cybersecurity mesh architect, okay, data observability, dynamic risk governance. Yeah, we have risk governance management, but we don't have dynamic risk governance that mature enough that for the government departments, or perhaps any large organizations or enterprise want to adapt to it, and just like that. So there are plenty of rooms to grow here. So if you want to learn one by one, yes, again, put up the topics and then let me know, because each of these could be another big topic. Okay, so these are the guys. And okay, and I wanted to share with you guys, this is very true. Tech have been transformed so fast in the past 20 years, 20 to 30 years. Okay, and we are in a generation that we see the huge gap between ourselves, between our previous generation as well as the next generations that coming in. Can you imagine this is just about 20 years ago, whereby we are still using Nokia, whereby we are still using a telephone. I would say it's mobile phone. That time it's not smartphone, mobile phone. And excuse me, mobile phone. Anyway, we are still talking about SMS. Yeah, that is the time that we have a very small keypad. Okay, young generation out there, we have small keypad. and we are just texting. It's not instant, guys. It's not instant at time. And when it comes to SMS, we have a limitation of 160 characters, and it's actually quite expensive to send a text to another person. And when we actually text and reply and so on to each other, it's actually cost. So that time we appreciate, we communicate to each other so much. Okay. In fact, we appreciate so much because last time, before the text messaging and before the phone being so largely used in our community, we used to write mail to someone else. So, and then we take probably days or weeks or even months for someone to respond to you. That's why, last time our previous generation, or even myself, okay, I know I look young, okay, I still wrote mail to my pals or pen pals, and we need to plan so much ahead. Let's say we want to go for a trip together. It's like at least half a year ago I need to start writing. Okay, are you? Let's say now it's August, and we talk about are you actually available on next year February? Yeah, during Chinese New Year. Shall we actually meet up? We write all the details already in the invitations in the mail. Yes, mail, guys, mail. Okay, and we need to write everything ahead. We need to plan ahead. That is the time where communication is not instant. Okay, but we as a human, we actually get into that kind of environment where we need to plan so much earlier and ahead, okay, before it happen. So that's the time we really appreciate a well planned event, and we are not doing things last minute. Okay, um yeah, we tell one shot exactly what we want. That is the time. Okay, after texting and after phone call, and of course when it comes to instant messaging, it's kind of like changing our behavior. Yeah, we start to learn about, we don't need to inform the person so earlier lah. Just invite the guy, just 1 month earlier. I think it's fine. Yeah, that's the time before we have instant messaging, guys. Then once we have instant messaging at home or at a big devices like laptop or like PC, we start to inform people in kind of like last minute. That is actually kind of changing our behavior in such a way. Okay, the reason I actually brought up this so-called history or this kind of story is I want you to think of the emerging tech trends that I mentioned just now. Think from this angle. Okay, it's not just from the tech itself. It will definitely change the community's behavior, how we actually live our life. It will change. So we need to know what kind of community and the world we are trying to create, even though you just as a user. Okay, and don't forget, even as a user you have a strong influence as well. Just like last time, when one person actually texts you, you will reply as a courtesy, or as a urgency, or as a needed matters and so on, right? So if you didn't initiate that, it wouldn't happen. So you're part of the change. Okay, you're part of the change. Okay, so I know I've been too far. Okay, let's come back. Okay, so this is something also in my mind, as in is emerging tech equal to better choice? And when I say better choice, I will take it as a business owner perspective, as a startup, as a someone who want to make a world better world. Okay, so is emerging tech is better choice? Okay, my answer to you, okay, let me share you. And just for laugh one more time, there are a lot of people out there, even though they are in the emerging tech segments, they don't know what they are doing. Okay, sometimes people just see like, okay, yeah, that guy trying to do AI. Okay, let me try AI in my sector as well. Then even though you're in fashion, and then you just feel like, I want to adopt AI into my fashion industry. Yeah, just do it. You know that they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to following, and somehow because of all this, um, no reason doing, even though they have the resources, they have the capacity to really deliver it, but when they don't have the clear goal, okay, besides making profit, I'm sorry to say that, okay, they don't know what kind of society or community they're going to create after they, created what they want to create, but they have no idea what they're trying to do. It's dangerous, okay? It's really dangerous. So yeah, I know this is just for laugh, okay, but at the same time, every time I put out just for laugh, it actually gives you an opportunity to think from the message you get from this funny picture or meme. Okay, let's carry on. And there's a roadmap in terms of emerging technology for large enterprise, thanks to the Gartner again. And there's a benchmark your post-pandemic technology adoption plans for 111 technologies against 437 of your IT peers. So it's a very good roadmap that you should take a quick look at. It will be something like this. Okay, I know it's super small, and again, thanks to Gartner. Okay, I'm not trying to take the credit. None of this is produced by me. I want to put it up, and really thanks to Gartner, I managed to get a copy. Please go and click on it, and then you can download the PDF file, and it's about the roadmap. From here, you can see 6 major segments here, from network security, digital workplace, IT automation, storage and database, and last but not least, our compute infrastructure and platform services. So there are 6 here, and their deployment completion, 2022, 2021, as well as in pilot, including in planning and in monitoring. So the emerging will be the outer circles, okay? We talk about these outer circles, and tools that almost ready is in the in pilots one, including here. Okay, what are the things that in pilot? Okay, I give you one few example. For example, here 5G services. Okay, the green color is actually stand for deployment risk. Okay, red color is much more risk, and green color is actually better. So you can see 5G services is still in a high risk in terms of deployment. And when it comes to enterprise value, the bigger the size it is, it means much more value. So 5G services for enterprise definitely is higher value, because higher internet speed, actually, for I believe no one will say it's bad thing. Just the risk is there in terms of security, talents availability, and so on. So there are many. Okay, there are a lot of topics to be covered here, and then again, if you want to hear any one of it, can download it, take a quick look, and if you got questions, or you just feel like you want to discuss something further with me, or you want me to actually share my thoughts, yeah, feel free to put in the video comment, or as well as go and find the vote button in my video description as well, and propose new topics, and everyone will actually um vote for the best topics that I want to hear from me, okay, in the website. Yeah, please look at the video description. Okay, let's continue from here. I just wanted to say there are 3 major findings from the emerging tech trends by Gartners, and thanks to them, we managed to get the whole pictures when it comes to 2 to 10 years that what we're going to receive. Okay, the 3 main topics, and there's a roadmap as well for the big enterprise that if you want to look at it, you can always download. And again, I remember the best questions that I have is whether emerging tech is equal to better choice. My answer actually is no. Okay, the reason when I say no doesn't mean you shouldn't focus more on emerging techs. Okay, yes, you are. If you want to become a good industry player as well as the pioneer, yes, go for the emerging tech, because there's a still big opportunity and chance for you to be the number one, because it's still new, right? Okay, every time it comes to a new thing and it's trendy things, and if you act fast and you really put a lot of effort on that and you invest on it, yes, the future will be much more the future is with you. But at the same time, the risk also is there, because you don't know whether you're doing right or not. That is the so-called downside when you try to invest yourself into the emerging trends? So my answer is simply no. Okay, it is not the 100% correct answer. Okay, it's very subjective answer, by the way. This is from my very personal humble opinion. Okay, of course some of you say yes, emerging trends will be the next big thing, so just follow it. You have no wrong. Yeah, you're right in some way, but like I mentioned just now, okay, because it's still unclear how's the direction it will be. So if you're trying to do something, you're not sure what you're trying to do, you might go to a wrong direction, and in the end your investment might be wasted. Okay, this is what I'm trying to convey here only. Okay, and again my answer is no. So if you know the answer, follow my social media, and when I posted out the giveaway questions, then make sure you grab it fast and answer correct. Not correctly, answer fast as per what I mentioned just now. And yeah, the first one will be given away. So okay, and the giveaway is business digitalization consultation one-on-one with me, and with my 10 plus experience in digitalizations for companies from SMEs to from startups to SMEs, even to listed company. Yeah, 60 minutes, I think I will give you a very good clear directions. Okay, please stand this chance and grab the giveaway, or you can always go to my website and look for me and book an appointment with me as well. So let's look at the upcoming, okay, before we end this session. And as I mentioned, yes, the next topic of Go Digital Live series can be decided by you. So you can do two things. One, you can suggest by proposing new topic on it, or you can browse the ideas on the web page and then you vote for your most favorite topic so that it will become the next one as soon as possible. So let's look at the results, and yes, we have number 2. Okay, usually it's number 1 because I haven't turned this off as well as this. So we have a new winner here. It's called conduct user interview or survey. Okay, this is something really interest. Okay, it's still under my forte. So let's discuss about this on 31st August in our Go Digital Live series 44. User interview or study. And let's put on UX or UI perspective from the web development cycle. So that is next one. And again, our giveaway question will be this. Is emerging tech equal to better choice? Okay, the first correct answer and respond or comment will be the winner, and the tips is either yes or no. Okay, so put on your comment and let's see who will be the winner. Okay, you'll be contacted by me. I will find a way to contact you, or if you feel like you are the winner but I never contacted you, feel free to actually reach out to me through social media. There's an Instagram, Facebook page, as well as LinkedIn, or perhaps you can go back to YouTube and put me a comment and I would know it. Okay, and that's all for today's, and thank you so much for your participations, from the giveaway as well. And again, let me remind you, Go Digitalize series will be goes live every Wednesday at 15 p.m. UTC plus 8 time zone. Okay, and you can always go to this link. It's at the.my/go digital live. Okay, dash live. Okay, you can always find this link in my video descriptions as well as my website. So thank you so much. Okay, let's come back here, and yeah, thank you so much for being following me, subscribe to the channel, watching all the videos that you are enjoying so far. I really appreciate. Okay, every single week, or even actually every single moment, I see there's a new views, there's a new comment, there's new feedback, there's new subscriber. Actually, this really excites me and become one of my energy to keep me pushing. Okay, keep doing it regardless how busy I am. I will spare the time for you guys. Okay, regardless what happened, unless I have a personal health issue like last time I get COVID. Unfortunately, I have to just postpone a few times. Besides COVID, I when I get sick and so on, but I would really do my best, even though it's how busy is this. So really, It is a really big favor for me if you do me one favor, just like this video, subscribe to my channel, as well as put a ring so that you get notified whenever I go live or publish a new video every Sunday at 15 p.m. as well. So thank you so much for watching, and my name is JayChong. Okay, hope to see you again, and Technology Simplicity signing off. Goodbye.